this video, we're going to look at writing linear equations. Eventually, we'll get to two points, but right now we're given the slope and the point. So in this case, we don't need to use the slope formula because we're already given our slope. In our first box, we'll put our slope as positive 4. Now I'm going to take y equals mx plus b, which is my general equation, and I'm going to substitute in the values that I know that I have. Now the point we're given has an x and a y value, and our slope is the m value. We can only solve for one variable at a time, so as long as we plug in the other ones, we should be able to solve for our y-intercept. So our y value is 9, our slope was 4. I'm going to put parentheses between the m and the x because it means multiply when my two variables are next to each other, and I don't want to mistake the 4 and the 2 as 42. So now I've got 4 times 2 plus b equals 9. I simplify this to 8 plus b is 9, and I subtract 8 from both sides, and I'm left with a y-intercept of positive 1. Now that I've got these two pieces of information, the slope and the y-intercept, I have everything I need to write my equation, which is 4x plus 1. I can verify in Desmos by plugging this in and see if it goes through the point 2, 9. In our next case, our slope is -1/2, so we're halfway to writing our equation. Again, I'm going to put down y equals mx plus b, and in this case, my y value is positive 2. My slope was -1/2 times positive 2, my x value, plus b. I simplify -1/2 of 2 is positive 1. Sorry, -1. I add 1 to both sides, and my b is equal to positive 3. Now with my information of my slope and my y-intercept, I can write my equation of -1/2 x plus 3. In our next example, our slope is positive 1/2. Again, I start with y equals mx plus b. In this case, my y is -2. My slope is 1/2. My x is positive 2, and let's solve for b. So half of 2 is 1. I subtract my 1 from both sides, and I'm left with b equals -3. With this information, I can write my equation of y equals 1/2 x minus 3. In my next two examples, I see the slope looks a little different. Here, my slope is undefined, which tells me I'm not going to go and write y equals mx plus b. I'm going to jump directly over to my equation. An undefined slope gives me a vertical line, and that vertical line gives me an equation that's x only. So I go back to my point, and I look for my x value. My x value is -3, so that's my entire equation. Our slope in the next example is 0, so again, I jump right over to writing my equation. Since my slope is 0, I have a y-only equation. This time I look for the y value in the point. So I have y equals positive 1. Try the next example, see how you do.